It's the finale. Were you guys surprised? Let's talk about it. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
I'm really enjoying this. Welcome back to the finale episode of the Voice After Show.
I'm so sad it's over.
So sad. Guys, we are talking about season 16, episodes 22 and 23. We got 4 finalists, special performances, news and special segment. Ladies, I'm joined by this lovely panel on my left. I'm Princess, your moderator. Who do I have next to me?
Hey guys, I'm Lindsay Hoffman.
Oh, I'm Neema Skye.
Hey guys, it's Tyra. Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and just get into some overall thoughts. It's the finale. Were you guys surprised? What'd you think?
Thank God it was Maelyn.
Thank
Yes.
God. I
Anyone else?
literally thank God. I mean, they've already broken my heart, taking away Sean and Olive Blue and our girl Presley, who was here last week.
Yes.
So Maelyn needed to win. Congrats, girl. We're so happy.
Well, I would like to say I was not surprised because I predicted this from the very beginning because I've been Team Legend from day one, and I said that Team Legend was going to win, and we won. I was not surprised. Oh my God!
Yay! No, I'm honestly glad that Team Legend won. Oh
Yes.
yeah, I'm glad that Team.
A
Oh,
win,
there's another.
a win for Team
I'm
Legend.
glad because the consensus we got from the guests on the show is that the demographic for The Voice usually skews country, and so it's
Yeah.
more likely for Blake to win.
Right.
And I like that John was new this season. We had someone new, and I also think
Fresh.
fresh,
Yes.
new. I mean, John Legend, he's a legend. And
That's why his last name is Legend.
Maelyn was amazing, and I
Oh,
loved
God.
Geith, but Maelyn, if she didn't win, I think the world would have been mad. It would have
Yeah.
been trending on Twitter,
Maelyn
mad.
is absolutely incredible. I don't think there's anything that you can give her that she can't take and just make it amazing.
true.
Her voice. I also love the performance that she did with Sarah. In the arms of an angel, that was so beautiful, so angelic. Of course, we've heard Sarah sing it so many different times, but when she sung it with Maelyn, there was a different type of feel and energy behind the song. And I mean, she even hugged her, and she was like, "Oh my!" Like I could tell she connected with her to let her know, listen, you're a star.
Yeah, that look in her eye, like she was
the look in her
wowed.
eye.
Yeah.
Because
She was even like, when she was singing, she was
Yes.
saying, well, when Maelyn was singing, she was saying her word, like saying the words of the
Absolutely.
song.
Yes.
Like, okay,
Yeah.
she's doing
Yeah.
it. She
She
got
was
it.
so
Like,
proud.
She
you
has
could
it.
tell she had full confidence
Absolutely.
in her. Like,
But
it
one
was
thing I
amazing.
want to say, am I the only one? I think I heard you guys mention this, that I was envisioning that dog and cat commercial when they
Of
were
course.
singing the song. I
When they
just saw
showed
them
the
on
dog-
top.
when they show the dog crying.
Well, let's
I
save it
know.
for later, guys, because we got to talk about all the other performers that didn't quite make it. But I love some of them. So I wanted to go ahead and get into Andrew. He came into 4th place. I was
Listen.
surprised. However, he's going to be fine. I think we
thought he was
talked
gonna be
about
second.
it.
Yeah, because Blake
Yeah.
was like, "Listen, buddy, I have a seat for you in my
Listen,
tour."
buddy.
Right.
That's,
You
that's,
You
listen,
had to
that's
put on the Blake voice.
well, first of all, I am a Texas girl, okay? So it's in me. I just hide it sometimes. But Andrew is so amazing. I mean, the fact that he's from Texas, whatever. But he's just a true Southern, like that sound, country, rock, all put together. I mean, I always love his energy, and he has this very raspiness to his voice that every time he sings, there's so much power. Of course, he did come in last, but I don't think that Andrew lost. I mean, I think that this is a great platform for him. He got in front of so many different people. Even Blake, again, like we said before, Blake told him, "Listen, buddy, like I have a seat for you." So either way it goes, I feel like Andrew was still winning.
And when he did Lips of an Angel, I totally forgot about that song. I love that song. I heard it playing, and I couldn't remember the name, but I was singing the chorus in my head. And I always liked Andrew, but that's the moment it changed things
Oh,
for me.
yeah,
When
for
he
sure.
sang that song, I was
Yeah.
singing along. I put a note being like, download this song. I forgot about it. It was an amazing song choice for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm surprised that didn't actually make him higher up in the ranking, that performance, because that was one of my favorites from the night. So I don't know, Tyra, what you think?
I thought he was great. You definitely, what I love about this show and this season in particular, you can definitely see the growth.
Absolutely.
And with his performance, and just with everyone's performance, you can really see that they're becoming an artist. Like, they're finding themselves and they've established who they are in the music industry. And I love that. I thought Andrew did great. You know, I'm not the biggest country fan, so if you don't catch me like that, I'm kind of just like, But I think he did amazing. I think you can definitely see his growth, and I'm just excited to see where he goes.
And it
after
goes
that.
to show how far you can get, because he had only one chair turn at the beginning of the show. So he went from
That's
one chair
true.
turn to top 4.
To top 4.
So
Anything
you could do
is possible,
yes.
people. Anything.
Your dreams can come true.
And
The stars are aligned to your belief.
And he's gonna be playing in what? Didn't Blake say he would play in his bars or something like that? I feel like we were in
Is
this
he taking him on
predicament
tour or
before.
something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
so.
I mean,
like
but
that.
the thing about it is that Andrew, I mean, he's definitely not new to the stage. We'll talk about that a little bit more in another segment. But I mean, I feel like this is just another platform for him, because I mean, again, he wanted to come to the show to be able, to get his music out and showcase his talent, and I think that he did a great job from beginning to end. So,
All right, well, we'll see more of Andrew.
yes.
Next up, I wanted to talk about Dexter, who came in third. We're gonna
Yes.
go in order here. Would you guys think? I thought he would be second. I was surprised.
No, I didn't think that he would be second. Dexter's great. He's always good. His energy's always there. I mean, he always has great song choice. So I didn't think that. I mean, Guy, even though I know right now we're talking about Dexter, Guy is fresh and young. Like he brings a different type of youthfulness to the country scene. I think.
He has the look, he has
does,
the vibe
for
of
sure.
what's in style, and I
Right.
think that's what carries him.
Absolutely.
I love them all. I honestly didn't think Geit's last few performances were as good, but I see why he was voted further
Yeah.
for
Absolutely.
those other reasons. Combining him kind of made his score a little bit higher.
Right. It's like his style. I love Guy's style. He has that very like raspy, voice, but which is so crazy too, because of course, he sings country, but I feel like he's a little bit of like rock, like and like even though he's so young, he has a very old sound, so
That's fair.
that's what I liked about him.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to talk about Dexter then.
I know. We want to stay with Guy for some reason.
I know, we skipped straight to him.
He's
We skipped right to
amazing.
I'm
him.
trying to be fair here.
Yeah, but no, I thought Dexter did really well.
Absolutely.
But he just gives me that old school country kind of vibe. Like, I think he's a good artist, but I wasn't surprised that he came in third. I was actually shocked that he even made it to the top 4. That's just my personal opinion. Not that he's a
That's
bad,
true.
not that
No,
he's
he
a bad
wasn't as
artist.
good.
Like,
It's true.
He's
did you not hear
bad.
his story? Like everything that he's gone through thus
No.
far.
Or are you talking about Dexter? No. Or
Dexter. Yeah,
Dexter. Dexter.
I know. We don't
I
even
just
know who we're
feel
talking
like
about.
he's similar to Andrew, and that's probably
That-
why
so that's- maybe
he
that's
was
what it
the
is.
bottom third and
No,
fourth.
I have to disagree. Like I feel like Andrew is a lot. Like he has a lot more like
Power.
fire and passion and power than Dexter. Like whenever every time Andrew opens up his mouth, it's like it doesn't matter where you're sitting. Like you have to be like, whoa, who's this guy? I mean, Dexter has a very like nice
Really?
sensual.
You get that?
Yeah. Listen, first of all, I pay very close attention. Like this is like one of my favorite shows. So,
But I mean,
That's what I get.
Not to discredit him, but I just think I don't know. He just reminds me of traditional country that I probably would not necessarily go towards. But
That's honest.
guys,
That's fair.
I just think he's amazing. I think
He
he's
is.
fresh. Like you said, he's very he just brings a new kind of version of country music that we've never
Absolutely.
seen before. And yeah, I'm sorry. I feel like we're all over the place.
We're just so excited.
to get it out.
right.
So,
I mean, like we keep
sorry.
talking about Dexter, but we just want to talk about Guy.
I know. I mean, he came in second for a reason.
Right.
So, I mean, I will say, to your point, I feel like Guy didn't always have fun. No, not Guy. I'm doing it. But Dexter didn't always have fun.
with his
Dexter
songs,
was
and
always
maybe
really
that's
serious, though.
Yeah, so
Right.
maybe that's what drew me away from him.
Yeah.
It wasn't that I didn't like him as an artist, as a person. I think he's great, but just for this competition, I just was not feeling him. So I
Right.
was just kind of confused. But
I mean, I
Kudos
was
to you,
definitely
Dexter. You
like
made it
I was
far.
definitely feeling Dexter. I just feel like Dexter, again, when we know the story that of like basically he was almost fighting for his life. So him coming back, he was very, very, very focused. And I think that Dexter pretty much accomplished exactly what he wanted to. He got this far. So, I mean, kudos to Dexter.
Yeah.
I love a
see
good
both sides
background
of it.
story too, though.
Yeah.
Like I love that, and I
Yeah.
think that's beautiful. And I really liked last night's episode because it really showed, like they got to really connect with that inner person, like realize how far they've come, and they
Absolutely.
sang a song that was meaningful to them. And I think Dexter did well with that. But I'm sorry, it's just my.
I mean,
It's okay. All opinions are respected.
We're going to talk about Dexter a little later in our segment, but
Yes, well, all opinions are respected, and it's. I mean,
Cool.
at the end of the day, like he made it to the top 4, so he has a fan base, but not as much as Guy. So, but with all that being said, Neema, you have a special message. For
oh my
us.
goodness.
Can you
Yes,
share?
I do. You guys out there, we would like to thank you for allowing us to be the ESPN of TV talk. We could use your help. If you are on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up, and not just give us a thumbs up, but subscribe. Or if you're listening through iTunes, please give us a 5-star rating. But no matter what you do, please leave us your comments and your concerns, because we want to be able to hear from you. Myself and the girls in AfterBuzz TV, we absolutely appreciate you for all of your support, and we continue to ask you to keep watching this show and many other shows.
Thank you.
Oh, we got a bell.
Ding.
Ryan is on it. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Well, let's talk about the man of the hour, Guy.
Guy.
Yes, guys.
You know, I feel like, and I said this early on, he's married, so respect for that. I think he is so cute, and I feel like all of
He
them
is
have just had a
cute.
glow up this season.
That's so
Because
true.
when he came out with that blue suit on with the black whatever, I was like,
Yes.
oh, okay.
It's
Guy,
like country.
I'm telling you, he brings something different to country. I mean,
He does. It's just
he's
so
very
hip.
easy on the eyes, you know, like he
Yes, he
has a
is.
nice stage presence, you know what I
Easy on
mean?
the eyes.
He's
Yeah,
cute.
he's very easy.
He's definitely
He's
cute.
cute.
He's cute. He's
That's
got
the
to
only
start.
thing that we're talking about. We're not even
I
talking about how he
know.
sounds.
That's probably why people
Sorry.
are like,
Okay.
he's cute. He's definitely going to go somewhere. I
He is, for
remember
sure.
during our first episode, I was doing research about all the people on the show, and he was the person that popped up that he was going already on some sort of tour and part of a lineup for a country show. So I really see him sticking around and standing out amongst all of the people,
Right.
like moving forward.
No matter what any of them do, I mean, I feel like Garth is definitely going to go far, you know. Any type of exposure is still exposure, and I think that, you know, Garth kind of brought a new face, you know, to what's out there, you know. And he, not even just country, of course, like he's a great country singer, but I think that he can sing, you know, other genres as well. So I think that this is not the last time that we're seeing Garth. I think it's just how we're seeing him on The Voice.
Yeah,
so.
I definitely see that. I can see him like switching and just like
Absolutely.
going back and forth. He's very versatile.
Yeah.
I mean, I love him. Like, guys, I became a fan within like 2 episodes. You're
He
amazing.
has a cool
He's
name
married.
too. And wait, before we
Now you know, I already told you who my boo was anyway.
Before we like move on to the other stuff, could we really quickly talk about how awesome it was that they brought all the people back? Like
Those performances?
watching
Okay.
Presley, like Presley was
Okay.
there, then she's there, and then Jed in the red.
Let's talk
could
about
not.
the guys, because they had Judge, they had Sean and Calvin and Dominique.
Iconic.
All
The
of
Voice
That was
history.
LB.
Iconic.
And I mean, I absolutely have to say, I don't know if this was the first time that I'm guessing it was the first time, but I really like how they brought them back on, because even though, you know, they didn't go to, you know, the highest round, they are still stars and they are still artists. And that's what I think that I love about the show, is that The Voice still gives them that platform to say, hey, you know, it doesn't matter like if you do or you don't win, we still acknowledge the fact that you are an artist. And I loved Kim Cherry and her
Yes, Kim,
performance.
and the shoes that they were wearing.
They
those
were
Oh my
so
gosh,
cute.
yes.
Yeah.
The fashion,
outfits
like,
was
you know,
really
the
cute.
background, the dancers, the choreography. I mean, I felt like I was at a concert at home.
Yeah. I definitely love the whole Bobby Brown, My Parag. Like
Yes.
it was
It was
iconic.
so
it was
good.
amazing.
It was like 5 Bobby Browns on
and
stage.
it was right. And it was. I mean, I love R&B pop music. So it literally just fed my soul,
Like
because I was so
Yeah.
happy that I was so upset that none of them made it to the finals.
Yeah, I
so to
thought
see
they
them
all
on
go
stage
further.
was amazing. Kim, you know, I spoke on her and I said like
Yeah.
I
She's
feel like
next.
she's the next star also.
She's
so it
next.
was really great to see her come back. I did think she kind of overpowered Mari.
She did.
I
But
was
I
not
think
really into Mari
I think
this
the
time.
song choice though, because
I mean, it
the
was.
song
I don't
choice
think
that
that
they
she overpowered her.
sang was one that was more for Kim than for Mari,
Because
and I
some
think
of
that's
those-
why.
I don't think that she
But I
overpowered
loved
her.
it. I love that song. I think it was great.
But I mean, it was great. But I definitely we've just seen Mari shine more. I feel like in other selections,
Yeah.
and then of course you can't forget about Presley. She killed it.
I
Love
know, like
her.
she was here
She
last
killed
night,
it.
rocking it on the stage.
She kind of
the
reminds
show.
me a little of Christina Aguilera.
Yes, she
like, You know,
does.
and then, okay, I want to get back to The Voice because I just want to say, Judge,
if you're
am I saying his
watching
name
right now, Judge.
Judge, if you're watching, you were giving me Bruno Mars vibes. Like, all the way. I was like, I see
love
his
him.
pop and
He's
start.
singing a lot too. I think he's
He
singing a couple
is.
Bruno songs.
Listen,
That's his thing.
I don't know.
I love him. But I mean, like, just going back to what you said, like, I love how, you know, they brought them back to show, like,
Absolutely.
this was just not a competition. This is really to help you evolve and grow and create your fan base. So to bring them back says a lot. And then for them to come back says a lot, too. It shows
Yeah.
that they are a big family. And Presley talks on this about how they all support each other and all of
Right.
that. So it was just beautiful to just see them all come together and even
have fun.
And have fun
Yeah.
and just
That's what
witness
it's
that
about.
moment. Because it's an opportunity of a lifetime, regardless
And
if you
all
didn't win,
the
you know?
concerts of all the performers and the stage
Yeah.
was so summery and fun.
So fun.
I wish we were there today with them
I
because
know.
this was my favorite episode. The finales are always the best because they jam
Yeah.
pack it with shows and the
Other
set.
performers.
Yeah,
Right.
all the performers were amazing. I was just, it was
And
awesome.
shout out to, like, the big performance. How you pronounce her name?
Which
Posey.
Halsey.
Halsey,
Halsey.
where she came out
I'm
of the
so
sky. Oh my god.
That was super
Yeah.
cool. First of all, like, let's talk about her ultimate drop. It was like, boom, end scene. I was like, okay, all
Oh
right.
yeah,
well,
she was like the aftermath.
like, she gave us the end scene,
Like
and
a
then she pulled her head
rag
up,
doll or
and they were
something.
like, is she going to get off the stage? Okay, she's just going to stay there. Bravo.
And then BTS, and we're just like, wow,
I
like
know.
this huge guy group, and they were so good.
And they're killing it.
Yeah,
like they've
they
been
are.
all over the place.
And their
lately.
set where it said love in the background, and Taylor's. I'm bouncing around all the sets,
Oh,
but
Taylor
their
Swift.
sets and Taylor Swift set, like so much. I think the theme of 2019 is color.
I could
Yeah.
see that.
Lots
I could
of
see that being
color.
the case. I was just excited to see BTS perform because I've
yeah.
heard so much about them.
But
and
you
I
don't
see all
see
the
them.
fans, but I've never actually seen them perform. I wasn't
7
expecting it to be
guys.
in Korean though.
I
was
know,
expecting
like,
English.
You
I
know,
was
the titles
expecting
in
it in
English.
too.
you know when I first heard the song on the radio, this is kind of embarrassing, but I thought it was girls singing because their voices are
They
high
are
and there's the
high-pitched.
girl part
They're
in
young.
the background.
They're young
Yeah.
guys, so
Well,
you know.
They're not. Well, I
They-
googled how old they were, and they're actually 22 to 27.
Oh
so-
wow.
But Korean
Okay.
culture is all about looking very young and having very
Right.
good skin. So
That's very
like it's
true.
interesting to see because this is like the first K-pop. It's like the K-pop invasion instead of the British invasion. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like
but
we're gonna see a lot
it's
of
like
K-pop now.
but it's like multiplied because it was 7 in them. I was like,
There was a
Yeah, we're like, wait,
wow.
another.
And we thought the Jackson 5 was like the largest. No, not at all.
No.
It's, it's like
forgot
7
about
guys
that.
at one time. Because I mean, like
there's a lot of
well, like
people.
at first, I thought the guys that came in after the first 5, like, oh, okay, well, these are the dancers, and I was like,
She really did
I'm
think
like,
that.
oh no, like they're actually singing. So
Yeah.
Earth to me.
It's okay.
I loved it.
I kind of want to hear more from them. I'm just interested to find out like what the hype is all about. So I'm gonna listen to it
I
offline.
love that song.
Me too.
It's
I
just-
don't know if it's just because it's just a new fresh thing. I don't think have we ever had like a Korean like
Not
pop?
like major.
Well, you know
like,
what?
K-pop
They
is
have those
huge.
girls. I
Yeah.
think they're called the Jasmine Sisters, and like they remade the SWV song "Weak."
Oh.
This is maybe about 2 or 3 years ago. But I mean, I've definitely seen a lot happening. You know,
This is like the first major band to do that, so I think it's gonna be coming.
We'll see.
guy band, because they already have girl bands.
That's
We'll
true,
see.
but not
Yeah.
huge yet. Like not
Yeah.
too. They're the first like huge ones.
I'm telling
We'll
you, guys
see.
got to check these Jasmine Sisters out. They're dope
I'm gonna look them up. Is it with a Z or with a S?
with a Z.
Okay, I shall look them up. But next up, guys, let's talk about the winner.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Listen,
Okay, let's talk about how the
when
fact
you-
that she's from Texas.
Yes.
Oh my
when
God.
she sang Hallelujah, I was like,
That was the winner.
Chills.
That's stereo.
I dropped the remote, the phone, everything. I'm like, this is it. She is the one that is taking it home.
She's a
It was
star.
just such a beautiful performance, and I know they have multiple ones, but that one was the one that just really stuck out. And you
Absolutely.
could tell it, it was meaningful to her, it touched her, and I just love her. I love what she represents. I love how she
Absolutely.
is, being that voice for the people who are, that have hearing problems. She just relates to so
The deaf
many different
community.
people, different different community, and I just love it. I love her. She just
She's
seems so genuine.
good.
Yeah.
And
John,
the
good job.
set for that song, it was like a stairway to heaven.
Literally. I think Adam even said, "You're like an angel sent from heaven." I wrote it in my notes. I'm like, wow, because she was very like, you thought she was an angel.
I mean, shout out to
Right.
the production team
Exactly.
like this season because they killed the stage. Like I thought I was watching Broadway live, like literally.
I love the
Yeah.
set. I wonder, like, if Maelyn got to pick the set, or do the set people come to her? I wish if we could have them in. That would be anher question I would ask them.
Yeah.
I mean, her hair was killing, her makeup was
dress
killing, like her
going down
outfits,
the
everything.
stairs.
Oh my god.
Listen,
All of it.
beautiful.
I
Like,
just sat there
She
being like, I
reminds
wish
me
that was
of
me.
like a 2019 Celine Dion.
Yes.
Like
yeah.
so I really I'm gonna predict the future. There's gonna be a collaboration with Celine Dion and Maelyn. Like it's gonna
I
happen.
like that.
It's gonna happen. I can see it.
I definitely think Maelyn's gonna really make it. You know, not every person from these shows ends up on the radio, but I think she is. You could see it in the judges' faces. Adam said a million times, "You're going to win."
Yeah.
Even Blake, when he was saying, "I don't know what's gonna happen,"
No,
you know
Blake-
he was like, "It's Maelyn." Like,
Blake
they
was
were-
like, wait, but did you
Yeah.
see Blake's face? He was stressed. Like, he was
he was like freaking
this.
out.
Because, like, he knew. He's like, Maelyn's going to win. Maelyn's going to win. And John was like, yes.
He is
so
okay.
good
Let's
about
talk
it.
about John.
John was
I love
unhappy.
John.
John is just you can tell he was just like that proud dad moment. Like, my first baby, man. She just went all the
first
way,
child,
right?
my
My first
child.
child, and I took her that far, and look at her just blossom. Like, he literally looked at her like
He was so
raised
humble.
her.
He was like, thank you for choosing me.
I wish
so
John
cute.
Legend would say that to me. And when they showed them, like, you know, you go on a job interview, you want the people or celebrity to be like, "Thank you, like, thanks for picking me." It's like, you're John Legend. Like,
Oh my God.
I want John to say that to me also.
Lindsay, do you sing? Do you sing, Lindsay? Are
I
you
do
going to
like
be on
to
The
sing.
Voice?
No, I don't want to be a singer.
Okay.
Karaoke. We were all saying we wanted to celebrate and do karaoke and be like our version of The Voice.
I can
Won't be
sing.
as bad. I mean, good, but you know.
It's okay. Yeah. You know, I could tell that John had a lot of respect for her even
Yes,
in
he
their
did.
performance last night, because it was kind of like the way that he sung, I felt like he held himself back just so that she could shine. And I
Yeah.
just wanted to give props to John for that, because I think it takes so much humility to stand next to another talented person and be like, you know what? You have the spotlight.
That's what
This
he
is
did
for
good.
you.
You know what?
And their
That's
duet,
really
I
cool.
loved their duet when they did the
Unforgettable?
old school song. That's just amazing.
That's
and
like
their
my favorite
chemistry
song.
is so good together. He really respects her as an artist and lets
does.
her be herself. It's like you can tell he doesn't even need to train her. It's just like they're working together like
It was like effortlessly.
forever. Yeah.
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 Yeah, but I mean, the first time that John did the combination with his team, it was funny because like, you know, he gave us the grand performance. Remember what he had on the black and white? Okay, let's go back to recaps. You remember? I think it was maybe like 2 weeks ago, like before they actually chose the finalists, and John and Sean and Maelyn and
Jacob? Was Jacob
No.
there?
Well, like, you know how they had the judges actually perform, you know,
Right.
with their contestants. And you remember John had on the black and white, and he had like the
The
sleeves.
sleeve thingies.
Yes, he gave us a grand performance.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yes.
I don't recall.
Also,
I have to look it up.
can we talk about how finally Chrissy Teigen was in the episode?
was
I've been
so
waiting for
cute.
that.
She blocked John.
She was
Yeah,
like,
like,
and he was like, "Babe, give me a kiss." She was like, oh,
I just did my
bye."
makeup.
I just did my
They were
makeup. That
super
was so
cute.
cute.
They are so
How did you
cute.
guys feel about those like little skits in between?
Okay, the boys club versus the girls club. That was super. I think it was so funny, especially when Kelly was like, "Okay, I have a girls club, and you guys are not invited." And the guys were like, "Okay," and they just
It
kept walking.
did remind me of when I was little. The thing that I was thinking, maybe I was the only one, but I was thinking for 2019, like, because everyone's all gender neutral, you know, it's kind of strange to do the boys and girls like club sort of thing.
Oh, okay,
I was
see what you're
thinking that
saying.
because I mean I get it because when you're little, it brought me back to those days, and I created my own club like that when I was little too. I
Lindsay, I can see you.
Yeah,
I did that. I was
Lindsay.
like, fine, I can't be in your club. I'll make my own club.
Right.
Yes.
And
I-
everybody's
but-
invited.
Yeah, and that's what I did. I did that too. But I was just thinking, interesting, because in 2019, and I probably no one's thinking about that, but it's just a new dynamic of like gender
I think we're
neutral.
all still just struggling with that whole transition. Like, not even just with this show, just in general, in making sure you incorporate that, you know, neutrality, I don't know.
Equality.
Equality.
There we go.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
I was trying to create my own words, but I think just in general, that's just the way we're just trying to figure out how we can
I
incorporate
mean, I
it
like-
lightly.
I
You
like
gotta tread
it,
lightly
you know?
because some people, you know.
It's different.
I don't think
Right.
anyone will notice. It just I was wondering, you know, what
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
this?
That was a good
2019?
point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, thank
I
you
think it was
guys.
cute. I mean, I
liked
feel
it,
like
though.
I almost kind of feel like Kelly was like a
Like Kelly?
low key actress for a second.
Oh, she was doing good.
Yeah, she did a good job. What do you
maybe
mean, guys?
maybe foreshadowing. Maybe she wants to be in a movie. You know what's interesting too? Side thing is Kelly was the only female judge and Maelyn was the only girl in the final as well.
Listen,
wow.
Kelly's
girls rule.
I was gonna say she wasn't on Kelly's group. Side
No,
note.
but I
she
was just
wasn't.
saying like they were the only
Yeah.
girls out of all the guys.
Yeah, I loved
They
it.
were.
I feel like she just. I think John said it early on that no matter what team she was on, she was going to win, and I think this
Yeah.
was just her season. But I also want to
Yeah,
know,
season.
Tyra, you and I were on AGT Champions, and so we're used to the way that this particular network does their finales. I want to hear your thoughts.
Girl. Do you really want to hear my thoughts?
I want to hear it.
I don't know if do we have the chat going? I want to hear what you guys have to say too,
Yeah.
because I
We're gonna
feel
pull you
like
guys up.
a lot of it is a little bit unnecessary.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I asked what were your opinions on the skits, because we could have did without those. I just want to know who won.
I do agree.
I think
So-
they were trying to kill time,
They
honestly.
were, but you know, I like it. I think it's cool. This one was way more entertaining than how AGT was. Because remember, that was
Fair.
just, it was literally just filled with skits. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what is going on? But this one, they had, you know, the Jonas Brothers come out. They had Taylor Swift. Like, they had good people come out. So it kept me engaged. But I don't necessarily like how it is. I think give us that hour, add and sprinkle in a few performances, and then let us know what's going on. I don't necessarily like it, but I mean, it's cool. I sat through it, I watched it, and Maelyn won. So thank
They
you.
definitely-
Regardless.
I agree with
They
you, Tyra. I'm on
definitely
the same
fill it
team.
up,
Gonna win.
and I loved all the performances, but they did have a lot of
It
performances.
was a lot.
of
It
fluff.
was really, honestly, it was too much. Like, let's be real, it was
for,
too much
for an audience.
For an
like
audience.
if you were there, I would have been like, "This is the best free concert
But
of my
at
life."
home sitting,
It's a lot.
no
It's
one
super
wants to
fluff.
see
You're gonna
that.
just like walk away, cook your dinner.
They
come
could have
back.
kept Bruno Mars, and they could have kept Taylor Swift, and then they could have
Bruno
just.
Mars.
I'm sorry. Wow, Bruno. Okay, let's come next season, Bruno. Jonas Brothers. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said Bruno.
okay.
Thanks for the deal.
Yes.
They could have kept Jonas Brothers. They could have kept Taylor Swift, and then they could have just sprinkled in the
I like
old
BTS.
contestants
Yeah.
and BTS,
Old
and then
contestants.
they could have just called it a day.
I agree with you.
was
Keep
a
it
lot.
short and sweet. Let's
It was
just
a
get to
lot.
the point.
I
It didn't
didn't-
need
And if
to
they
be
were
2
gonna do a
hours.
skit, they could have did everyone
know.
like a group little
Yeah.
skit thing or something. But
I
I'm
didn't
on the
mind
same
the
page.
skits, but it would have been nice if the skits were inside jokes with the viewers. Like for John, that was a joke with the viewers, and it
Yeah.
brought me back to the old days of American Idol, where
Yeah.
you know they would have like Paula and Simon flirting, and that would be the thing, and you were in
Yeah.
on the joke, whereas maybe that perfume was a joke with Blake, but we don't know, or someone just made it up
Yeah,
out of
that's
nowhere.
right.
Like if
That's
we
a
were
good
in
point.
on it, then we'd be like, yes, they did it, yeah. But
yeah,
then, like,
it related it
oh,
towards
yeah.
the
and
season.
then they didn't have one for Adam, did they?
First
I mean,
of all,
it kind of got
they
awkward
just
with Adam.
they
so.
just ditched Adam. Let's
Wait.
be clear. I was
They
Team
did.
Adam. I'm
Sorry.
still Team Adam, but he should have had his own skit or something. Like he didn't have.
And he seemed angry in this episode. Is that just me? Like when they were on stage and it was Adam, Carson, and Blake, like Adam wasn't really into it, and he kind of walked
Maybe.
away out of the shot.
I
too.
don't think it's any hard
We
feelings
didn't
to
really have
anyone.
anybody-
I think it's
Yeah.
just like
He's done
I'm
so
just
early.
here for support. I'm just here to get paid. Like I'm
Yeah.
just gonna
He kind
be
of, but he
here.
seemed kind of
Alright.
over it. You know, I don't know.
That's
I mean,
fair. Well,
I mean, sometimes that's how it is.
He was
Yeah,
really
that's the
kind
end
of
of
just
it.
an audience member. So I mean,
But it's
That's
like you
fair.
know, you're on. You got to be professional on the stage and
That's true.
put on
You
a
do.
face.
True.
that's a good
You
point.
have to show
You
good
have to look like you're
sportsmanship.
angry that you're there.
guys,
like,
okay, let's not come for Adam. He did not look angry. He actually looked extremely cute, but
Yeah.
he looked angry.
Uh-oh.
All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and get into next season because we just wrapped one. So, Lindsay, you have some news for us about season 2?
Yeah.
Or season
Like,
2?
I'm waiting for
Season
my news
17.
music. There we
We're
go.
way beyond 2.
So the news I wanted to talk about today is some things that are going to be going on for next season. I just wanted to give you guys some updates that all the judges are coming back. So we're going to have Kelly again, Blake,
Yes.
Adam, and of course John is coming back.
winner!
The winner.
Go,
He's
John.
wiser.
Okay, Millie Rock.
He's
Oh, wait, that's not
getting
really right.
better. He's really come out of his shell, so I'm excited that he has chosen to come back and that they all have decided to come back. You
Yes.
know, Carson's still the host. Things are going to be the way they still are. There's no set date yet for when next season is starting, so you guys should check it out online. And
hopefully we'll all be here again.
yes, you guys got to
Hopefully.
subscribe and be our friends. And in the meantime, I mean, we'll say this at the end, but follow us on social media. But
Yes.
yeah, there's nothing too crazy of updates for next season except they're all coming back, all the judges. So I figured you guys should know.
Aw, it's the
Absolutely.
last
Beautiful.
news update of the season.
I know.
All right, well, speaking of finality, so our special segment for today's episode is not going to be where are they now, but how far they've come. Neema, can you explain
that's
to us
beautiful.
what this is going to be?
Yes, so we have 4 finalists, guys, that finally made it to the end, and we're going to capitalize a little bit more about who they are and where they come from and what they've done. So first and foremost, I would like to start with the winner, Maelyn. She is from Frisco, Texas, and we all know, or if we didn't know, that she actually lost 80% of her hearing as a child, which only left her to be able to hear out of her left ear. But even with that, after that moment, she actually decided to go to Broadway and be able to pursue music, which her parents went with her. I thought that was absolutely amazing. So after doing Broadway for about 6 years, she decided to start her own music, and it actually led her here to The Voice. And if we remember anything about her, like one of her highlights of being on The Voice is that she had a 4-chair turn on her song Field of Gold. Now we get into
She's
Dexter.
come so far.
She's come
Look
so
where
far.
she
Oh my
is
God.
now.
Like, we just knew from the beginning that she was just a star.
Yeah, all the
Beautiful.
hard work, and you can see that transition too from the beginning.
Yes.
She,
From the beginning to the
Yeah,
end, like,
she-
she looks like a completely
she
different
would,
person.
and they showed it in the episode. They kind of showed how far they've come this
Yeah.
season, and she was shy kind of at the beginning.
Right.
And then at the end, she was like, I'm here. This is who I am.
She was present. She was present. Like, she looked like a star. Now we're talking about Mr. Dexter, 27-year-old Dexter. As you guys, it was so funny because you guys were talking about him earlier. Dexter, guys, if you have forgot, let me remind you guys. He got a 4-chair turn, okay? 4-chair turn, singing the song like a cowboy. He actually, one of his best performances was 3 Doors Down.
I love that one.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys remember, but of course, I love the fact that Dexter came from a very heartfelt story. If you guys remember that he had a sickness and basically he wasn't singing for like a year and a half. So him getting back on the
bit
show.
by the tick, and he was on tour with American Idol before this.
Right.
It just shows like you don't give up. He was top
That's
7
true.
there, top 3
Absolutely.
here.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, we remember, again, a 4-chair turn, guys. Amazing job. So, shout out to Dexter.
Go
Now,
Dexter.
Guy, Louisiana Guy.
Yes.
I love it. So, just so you guys know, Guy comes from a very interesting background of how he got started. When he was about 3 or 4 years old, his dad actually got him started into performing. He got him booked for a 3-hour show at a biker's bar
Wow.
in a local Louisiana bar, which is absolutely
When he was 3 or 4,
super
I
cool.
wish
Like,
we had a video
Can
of
you
that.
imagine, like, I mean, his parents
I want to
were-
see him singing at 3 or 4.
So, like, Guy has been a star ever since he was 3. If you guys didn't know, Guy is married to a beautiful woman. And he also sang on a tour with Jake Owens a little bit before he was like a hometown hero. He did that for about 3 years, came back home and decided that he wanted to do The Voice. And one of his most talked about performances was God Bless the USA.
Oh yeah, they talked about that because it wasn't his best performance. And when Kelly was saying that, the audience got really mad about it.
Yeah, and John
Yeah,
too.
that
was
took
the
some
thing.
flack. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody was a little bit. But, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, he gave a speech saying that he loves singing the song because it makes him feel very
It was a good
connected
song.
to, it makes him feel very, very connected to the men and women who have served their lives for our country. How sweet is that? I just love Guy. He's cute and he's patriotic. Last but not least, another Texas native, Andrew. He actually got his start in a band called the Souvenirs, which is actually his last name. They released their EP last year, 2018, called Bad Connection. And his most talked about performance was Simple Guy by Leonard Skinner. And actually how he got started was that he asked his dad to teach him how to play the guitar because he wanted to impress his crush. Think of, I mean, I think
so
that's
good
super
of his
sweet.
crush
I
to
mean,
know that
Andrew
she's
is such a
Thursday.
sweet guy. I mean, but not to mention, the ladies, I feel like we always give guys that confidence, right? I mean, and listen, like, she helped him get to here. The Voice.
stranger out there.
We have 4 amazing, beautiful finalists. I mean, congratulations to all of you guys, even though, we had one winner of the night. All of you guys were great winners. And that has been
they're still
the segment
winners.
of where are they now to how far
they've come. That reminds me real quick as well that I don't know if you caught this last night, but John Legend was saying how back in the day he was on Star Search.
Yeah.
And
Beyonce was on Star Search.
He didn't win or something, right? Something where he didn't get picked.
Well, okay, so I remember the story. Very, very exact. So basically, he was saying how he loved singing the song Unforgettable with Maelyn because that was the actual song that he sung in the showcase for him to actually be chosen as a contestant on Star Search. He won singing the song Unforgettable, but he didn't win Star Search. So
and that just shows, though, it's so interesting. Obviously, I know Maelyn's going to make it because she's so talented, but it just shows even if you don't make it. I mean, look, John Legend didn't win. I don't know who won that season of Star Search.
And then think about full circle, like he got a chance to sing it on, The Voice, where he's the actual coach. He's singing the song.
And we learned that he's they really connect. I didn't know that. Like you said, they both participated in that, and they were both lived in New York, and they talked about how they both were struggling artists going to the local bars. Like John even said he went to some of the same places that she used to sing at. So I think that's what made it even more meaningful. Like not only was he mentioned she was the first pick, he said something about being first, like she was the first female artist or something he said about the first with her. And then now, like knowing that they had this connection of struggling and coming to where they are now, it just, I don't know, it just made her winning and his first time having a contested win on his first season of The Voice so much more memorable and, meaningful.
Well, that's season 16. It was a memorable season. We had a lot of firsts. And she even made it to the top 10 in iTunes. So this has been a season of first, guys. But with that being said, it's also our finale for this season as well.
We're so sad.
I know. Ladies, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me at Lindsay B. Hoffman across all platforms.
You can find me at Neema Skye on every social media platform, NeemaSkye.
And you guys can find me on all social media platforms at _Tyra Prude.
And I'm on Instagram at Princess Carroll TV and Facebook at Princess Carroll, Carroll with 2 R's and 2 L's. Thanks, guys. See you next season.
Bye. We love you guys.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.